Well, first and foremost, I think that in this part of the world, in East and Southeast Asia, it's very important that we push for human rights issues. And one effective way to do it, I think, is by engaging business. Because many of the companies in East and Southeast Asia are part of the global supply chains. And engaging business on human rights issues can really help in our advocacy of human rights in this region.
The parliamentarians have a critical role. A lot of the issues in business and human rights can be addressed by strong regulation. So, for example, around the world, many governments are still struggling in terms of extending security of tenure rights to workers. There are still many governments that don't have laws, for example, regulating environmental abuse. And there are still many governments trying to regulate, for example, the newer issues like fake news, disinformation, and the like. So parliamentarians are critical because they actually articulate what are the responsibilities and then the accountabilities of businesses in case they fail to protect the human rights of the people in the country.
Today, I learned a lot about the situations in Thailand, in Indonesia, and in the Philippines and other Asian countries. I think this is a really good opportunity for all of us to gather together because when it comes to human rights, when we only look at one single country, you sometimes do not have that privilege or opportunities to look across countries and compare and learn. And this is a really good opportunity for us to all share our experiences and also brainstorm the way, well, how we can like walk together the way forward.
There are different aspects to business and human rights that still is not yet well known. And it is important that we educate the different parliamentarians and stakeholders on the issues on business and human rights. And this is a work in progress, as I understand it. Like what we found out, that out of the different countries in Asia, in the Asian region, it is only Thailand that has a national action plan, while the other ASEAN countries are still working on their different proposed legislations with regard to business and human rights. It is a welcome development that, again, should be made reachable to other stakeholders, and more parliamentarians should also learn about this. It gives a different feel and lens to what human rights means, because we always think about human rights in the political aspect and not necessarily with regard to business. So from taking it in the business side, where it is a phrase that is being mentioned always now, corporate social responsibility. How do you now move towards the aspect of human rights? And this is a challenge that I think all countries will have to address in order to make a humane society in each and every country.